SKN. Our guest, Mr. Wayland Vaughan, was recently awarded the Companion Star of Merit, the CSM, the second highest national award for his contribution to education. Good morning, Mr. Vaughan, and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to be here.
Oh, pleasure having you indeed.
Happy you could join us this morning.
Yes.
Mr. Vaughan.
So let us talk about your reaction to receiving such a prestigious award.
To be honest with you, it is something that I never anticipated. And when I heard it announced, I was shocked that I did get it, because I never performed my duty with that in mind.
No, I believe you.
You see, I just went to work, and due to my experiences that I would have had, it propelled me,
Yes.
in doing the job that I eventually ended up doing.
Yes.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, when everything settled down, sometimes the smoke settled after,
Yes.
Right.
and the dust settled after, when everything was finished, and I stop and reflect. I said, it pays to be humble.
Yes. It sure does, yes.
It pays to be humble, because it's nothing that I would have done by myself. It would have been something that many persons would have contributed to.
Okay.
But if you look at the latter part of it, the staff, principal, Mrs. Cable, and the staff at Bastia High, I think days where I served most, they contributed greatly. So a lot of it sometimes has to do with who you're working with.
Yes.
And that could make work difficult or make it easy.
I certainly agree. I certainly agree. So you just talk about the reaction towards getting the award. Tell us about the impact the award has had on you so far.
As I said to you, it is like in reflection, you realize now what others can do.
Right.
Yes.
How much more I still have to do. Because even though you get this award, it's like a motivator
Yes.
for you to now see how much more you can, because I don't know if you know, I still do some lecturing.
No,
At
I
the
didn't.
college.
I thought you were
Yes.
CFBCS. Yes.
Yes.
I remember reading that. Yes.
Right. I still do some lecturing there, and there are a number of young men under my care. We see what's happening in St. Kitts
Yes.
with our young men.
Right.
And so it tells you that how much more you get to do,
Yes.
especially with these young guys, these young men, in shaping them
Yes.
for life.
So you no longer have to walk around with the belt wrapped around your hands.
Well, it was. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. It is. Sometimes you have to generate a level of fear.
As soon as we
sometimes
saw
you have to
Mr.
do
Vaughan
that
with that belt, we
in
were
order to
inside.
make the atmosphere conducive.
Yes.
It doesn't happen every place and everywhere.
Yes.
But you have to, in your own time, after I would have had the confidence of the students and staff, it give you that. You were able to do that. Nobody tried to do that today.
And that's what I'm saying.
Unless you, because let me put it this way. People accept your punishment, accept your discipline, if they accept you.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
they don't accept you,
Doesn't work.
don't try.
I agree.
Indeed. Because once we hear Mr. Vaughan is coming, let me tell y'all, we inside, because Mr. Vaughan walked around with his belt wrapped around his arm, and you didn't want to get a lash from that, because those lashes were powerful. I got a few,
get any?
actually.
You get a few?
Yes, I got a few.
Auntie being honest.
I got a few. I was in 4G6, a little troublesome class, and Mr. Vaughan used to normally always be called to that class, and sometimes the whole class got a whooping because even though we weren't partaking in whatever, but because you were part of the crowd, yeah.
But look at you today.
Of course, discipline shaped me.
Indeed. Mr. Vaughan, let's dive right into your teaching career. Your passion for technical education. Can you share a little about it?
In my passion for teaching in general, because when let me give you a quick reflection. I never want to teach. I tried everything trying not to get into teaching. Yes, even though I think I had a calling very early in my life, like 3, 4.
Yes.
You would see me teaching trees and so on. And very early in my life, you see that. But then after I left school, knowing the difficult student I was, I don't think I really wanted to get back into the schoolhouse to get a dose of my own poison.
Now I know.
So I tried my best. So my family lineage, my father and brother were into construction. So I say, okay, I would take that line.
Okay.
But after pushing a barrow and in the sun for a little while, I realized, no.
Not for
this
you.
was not for me.
Yes.
And so I applied.
Right.
But by that time, school would have opened.
Yes.
So then I was able to get it. I left school in 74.
Okay.
And so I started teaching in 75 January.
Okay.
That's the reason why I started in January, because I was trying to get away from it. So my first stint was at the Bastille Boys. That was my primary school that I attended.
Okay.
And fortunately, the principal who was there, that was Obadiah Williams, and he played a vital role in my overall the shaping of me being a teacher.
Okay.
And that was my first stint, going back to the school where I saw a model of a teacher.
Nice.
That's Obadiah Williams. I don't think I've seen anybody like him since then.
Wow.
And then when I left there, I then went to Keon High for a short period of time. Now here's where I got into technical education.
Okay.
I went into geography, which was my second love. Technical was really my first love.
Right.
But at that time, geography teachers were difficult to get.
Okay.
But while there was an opening now for me to get into the technical area, and I persuaded the principal then, Mr. Sidney Osborne. I think you have the right man.
Yes.
But at the time, I was just about in my early 20s.
Okay.
And they don't put, because of the dangers in the shop, they normally look for a more mature person.
Senior person.
Yeah. But I persuaded him that I could do it.
Yeah.
And he gave me the opportunity.
Nice.
And that's how I started in the technical field.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I didn't even know you taught, in a sense, because by the time I got to Bastille High School, you were just deputy principal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And as a matter of fact, when Mr. Osborne moved to Bastille High, he took me with him.
Oh, okay.
And I came there in 1979
Yes.
when I graduated from my stint in St. Lucia.
Okay.
Yeah. And so from 79 until 2006,
Yes.
that's where I was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I left for 3 years to study in Jamaica in 86 to 89.
Okay.
And after that, back to Bastille High.
Okay.
And speaking of studying in Jamaica, you went to UTEC, Jamaica.
Right.
And I saw when I read your bio that
Yes.
you actually created history down there. Because, yes, you were a part of the UTEC archives.
Yeah.
Because you graduated in 89,
honor.
the only student with
Yeah.
honors.
Right.
Congrats.
In technical education.
Yeah,
So,
I saw that too. I was like, what?
And that itself was rather interesting.
yes.
That I entered as a mature student. What gave me problem over the years was the English language and trying to pass it.
Okay.
So they accepted me without having O-level English.
Okay.
But according to the school's requirement, you must meet the entry requirements for you to graduate.
Okay.
So I actually wrote English in Jamaica and passed it.
Oh, good for you.
And so, but the other persons in my class were fully qualified. But I think what I had over them is that I would have had 10 years of teaching before going to Jamaica. So I learned how people learn.
Okay.
So it was easier for me to learn now.
Yes. Yes.
It's a good feeling to know that you're a part of the archives down there at UTech, Jamaica.
Well, we spoke about you commencing your career in 1975 to 1976 at the Basse High School, and you went to the Keon High School from 1976 to 77. Sadler's All Age, 1977 to 1978.
That's where I learned to teach.
Sadler's
All Age School. The social problems that they had there were tremendous.
Okay.
And that's where I learned that you're not just there to impart knowledge. You must know your students.
Wow. Yeah, and I swear Mr. Vaughan knew all of us.
Yeah.
Troublesome one. He knew us by name. He could call us out. He could say, stop doing this, stop doing that. Yeah.
But by the time I reached Basse High, I would already got my baptism at Sadler's.
Got it.
You see, I told you, he was good.
So that's where I got it from, and I said, when you go into the classroom, you have very. So now, when I became principal or deputy principal, now the whole school is mine. So now you must know your students.
Yes,
of course.
yes.
And if I would just share with you one instance, there was a young guy. I'm not calling his name because I don't do this unless I have seek permission.
Yes.
Used to get a lot of trouble. Especially those remedial students. He was a remedial student. Getting a lot of trouble. Every day he's in my office. Every day. And like the teacher had it with him. So I decided, okay, let me go and see what's happening. So I told him, I need to meet your parents, because every time they send him to call his mother, she never come. Right. So I said, okay. If the mountain don't come to Mohammed has to go to the mountain.
Yes.
So then I decided, well, okay, I'll go and find your mother. Jump in my vehicle, let's go to find mommy. So he took me down the street in Newtown. I've never been there in my life. And then he said to me, that's where I live. I doubted it. Because the nature of the house, it seemed as though the windows and doors were falling off, so they barred them up.
Yes.
So it looked like nobody lived there.
Right.
Yes.
So by the time I got in, I said, so I called a neighbor. I said, neighbor, you know this child? Neighbor said, yes. He said, where he live? He said, there. So I said, okay.
Yeah, he's not tricking you.
So I asked him, now, how could I find your mother? He said, you don't know. She said, the neighbor said, he lied, he know where she is. So he said, you heard the neighbor? He said, yes. Okay, Mr. Vaughan. So he did not want me to find his mother.
Okay.
So when I jumped into the vehicle and when I drive, he directed me where to go, turn down the street. I never heard of Douglas Street. I turned down that street and he said, stop here. There was a Rasta shack. And I went inside there. And I said, I'm looking for calling the mother by name.
Right.
And the gentleman said to me, look in there. It was just like a curtain. And when I pulled back the curtain and I went in, there was one lady there. So I knew it had to be his mother because only one lady was in there and 3 men. And I said, well, I'm looking for, and she said, and she looked up at me, you know, sitting there. She said, that's me. And I said, you know, calling the guy by the name. He said, yes, I know him. He said, what happened now? I said, no problem, ma'am. You have a nice day. And I know that I saw the situation.
Right.
Yeah, you understood.
I came back.
Yes.
And I was able to explain to the teacher, listen, from today, this child is mine.
Yeah.
There's never mother nor father.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So the child is mine.
Nice.
Whatever the problem is. So then I discovered that he comes to school hungry.
Oh, wow. No.
Yeah, so then I was able to arrange the canteen to give him lunch and breakfast and so on. And the problems ended.
Wow.
He didn't want to come to see his father,
Oh.
so he don't want to come back to the office.
Oh.
Wow. And with that scenario that you shared, Teacher Vaughan, it actually proves your mode of operandi. Because when I read the bio, it says that your mode of operandi was and still is that schools must work in tandem with the homes to achieve maximum results with our nation's
Can't be the
children.
school alone.
So that's a brilliant story. It's
Because
quite inspiring.
it's like this. You know, they have a saying that it takes a village.
To raise a child. Yes.
Certainly.
Yeah, but people, we are not aware of what is the village.
Yes.
We think the village, we see it literally
As the
village.
yes.
But you got to understand it, it's those institutions, the home, the school, the church.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
These are what help the home, the school, the church.
The various groups as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
They are what are required to raise this child.
Yes.
And then you have a country.
Yes.
You see? The country, you know, so, but look at this. Without criminal activities, is the country now?
Yes.
Is raising the child.
That's true.
Prison.
But remember, as teachers, we saw those fellas already.
Yes.
Even before the teacher, even before the police.
Yep.
Each one of them sat before us day after day.
Yes.
We saw them.
Yes.
I mean, we never saw where they were going.
Yes.
No, that's key to teaching.
Yes.
Being able to look at a child and can see his future,
Yes.
her future.
Yeah. Wow.
If you can do that, then you're teaching.
Yes, indeed.
Listen, with all that you just mentioned, Teacher Vaughan, I am just so happy and inspired that we as a people actually give you your roses.
Yes.
I am
while you're
happy
above-
because
yes. So
oftentimes
congratulations
persons would
again.
have passed on, so to speak, and then that's when they will
Yeah.
see what the benefit that they have done to society. And I'm just happy that
You got yours
the
now.
nation took the time to award.
Let me
this.
quickly say this. I went into Oxford after I got married to my wife.
Yes.
And the guy came and said, "Daddy." So my wife said,
She want to know.
"How come you didn't tell me about this one?"
Uh-huh.
I said, "Baby, you have much more of these."
Yes.
And the
Indeed.
guy means that.
Yes.
He meant every bit of it.
Yes.
I was his father.
Yes.
That's another story that I could tell you some other time.
Yes.
But we
Indeed.
don't have the time today.
Indeed.
But that's
Indeed.
what it is when
Yes.
you begin to father children.
Yes.
It's not, they just send them to school. From the time they enter they left their mother's gate, they belong to me.
Yeah, boy. We knew that
Until
for
they
sure.
go back.
Indeed.
So nobody come harass them at
Right.
any level.
Yes.
Otherwise you have to meet me first.
Mr. Vaughan first with the belt. Yeah.
Well,